Like I said, he always had his medicals in London, even when he was not in office. So it was not about the time he was president alone. He had always had it in London. And then you have to be alive first to get certain things changed or corrected in your country. If he had said, I'll do my medicals in Nigeria just as a show-off or something, he could have long been dead, because there may not be the expertise needed in the country. But he needed to be alive to be able to lead the country to a point where we will have that expertise. So those who glibly talk of going abroad, they don't know that a man needs to be alive first before he can effect a change.
Interesting perspective there, although debatable, Mr. Adesina. But we'll leave that. We'll leave that and talk to something that I'd like you to speak something that is within our own purview as pressmen. And there was, of course, in fact, a huge question mark on the disposition of late former President Muhammadu Buhari towards dissent, and of course journalism that, you know, borne negatively on the outlook of the administration. We recall how a reporter of one of the mainstream platforms was expelled from the villa, and from then on, the acronym General was ascribed to the late former president henceforth in their reportage. How does this for you come through, bearing in mind that it contrasts with the outlook of Mr. President, late Muhammadu Buhari, as a man, you know, of integrity, a man, you know, that you even in fact talk about as being a friend, even beyond being a boss?
Yes, you need to know the antecedents of President Buhari and the media. There was a 2.8 billion naira scandal, supposedly, when he was oil minister in the 70s. Without hearing from him, without seeking the truth, the media went to town and carried that 2.8 billion was missing under his watch. For a man who valued integrity, for a man who valued accountability, it hurt most deeply, most deeply. Later, he told me, under his administration as a civilian president, that he parted ways with the media from that time. And that was why most times you didn't see him engaging with the media. He preferred to do his own thing.
The sheer audacity by this man, Femi Adesina, to make a statement like that. That if Buhari had used Nigeria's hospitals, he would have died a long time ago. That sheer audacity. What about the Nigerians that are dying every day in the hospitals? For 8 years, you're telling me for 8 years, this man could not build a world-class hospital where he himself could have used. He couldn't. For 8 years. How many months did Buhari govern Nigeria from England? How many months? He was sick, he was incapable, he was incapacitated, but yet he still governed Nigeria. Even when he could have just ceded power to Osinbajo and said, govern on my behalf until I'm back. He didn't. And then Femi Adesina tells Nigerians that, oh, he could have been long dead if he had used Nigerian's hospital, and he's been using Nigerian's hospital since it was before he became president. And that the man needed to be alive first. What about the lives of other Nigerians? What is the value of the lives of Nigerians in the hands of our politicians? The former president dies in England. The one before that one, Ayadwa, dies in England. The current president goes to France to go get healthcare. But Nigerians don't have good hospital enough to go because our hospitals have become death traps. People go to hospitals, don't come back alive. People go to give birth in hospitals, they don't come back alive. But yet this man has the audacity to tell Nigerians that Buhari needed to be alive. What is the value of Nigerian lives to our politicians? The sheer audacity for Femi Adesina. Now, for all of you who don't know, this was Buhari's chief press spokesperson on media matters and publicity. And this man was a very, very man full with a lot of hate in his heart. Some of the statements he made during that period, feisty. Used ethnic bigotry statements during his time as a press secretary or chief spokesperson or special advisor on publicity on whatever his role was. No one cares right now. And he's telling Nigerians that Buhari needed to be alive to get Nigeria to a level where it can get the level of expertise. Nigeria has the expertise. Nigerians are there. They're one of the best doctors in the world. If you put the environment down, if you put the hospitals down, they will be there. If you pay the doctors well, it didn't do none of those. Zilch, it didn't do. And then this Femi Adesina comes on national TV to tell Nigerians this statement. If you notice, I have not, apart from breaking the news about Buhari's death, I have not literally talked about it. I've literally largely stayed away from it because it's one where you look at it and you can look at politicians and say to politicians, look at the way Nigerians are celebrating the death of a person rather than mourning him. Nigerians have not had that kind of experience since the days of Abacha, when Abacha died, and Nigerians jubilated. You know why? Because when the wicked are in power, the people mourn. When the wicked dies, the people rejoice. It's that simple. But I largely stayed away from it because I know it's a picky topic for me where when I talk about it, I'll be emotional. Look at how many journalists were jailed during Buhari's time. Some of them were arrested under Cybercrime Act, under Anti-Terrorism Act. They used DSS tactics to jail people because they dare ask for good governance. They dare ask for security to be fixed. They call that corruption. Omoyele Washore was one of them. Agba Jalingo was another one. John Sabiri was another one. Abdullahi Aruna was another one. Luka Biniya, some of them jailed. This is just a few of them. Some of them jailed without trial. Because they dare speak truth to power to say, fix the nation. And now see where the former president died, in London. Because you would not do the right thing. Our current president goes to France when Nigerians are getting killed every day. Goes to France for his own healthcare. For 19 days, the man did not even bother. Came back, never went to go and see his people that died. That is the kind of nation that we live in. And this man has the audacity to tell Nigerians, Buhari needed to be alive. What about the lives of ordinary Nigerians? Do they not matter? Again, like I said, I largely stayed away from it because its topic is quite emotional. When you talk about that, you can't see as a president you couldn't have done a world-class hospital. One for 8 years. Just pick one hospital to specialize in. Put it in one geographical location of the Nigerian state. Put it in one place. Do one in Abuja. Do one in the south, do one in the southwest. Just spread it across. Specialist hospital, world class, where you two can go have a presidential lounge or lodge or whatever you guys call it, and be there and see whether you wouldn't have the best doctors in the world take care of you right there. And this man tells, and let other Nigerians benefit from it. Let them be treated like first class citizens that they are. But you can fly to London. The person after you can fly to France. But Nigerians who don't have money cannot fly anywhere because their lives don't matter. I'm saying this just to, make a point. We as a people must stop letting our politicians take us for a ride. And we are the ones that enable them. We enable them to continue with their corruption. The president just leaves the country. No account to anybody. Superpower president, and he goes away to France for his own healthcare. But when it comes to Nigerians having good hospitals, no. Did Ireti Kingibe not accuse Wike of revoking a land that was put aside for hospital purpose in Abuja, and wants to turn it into a mall, a shopping mall? So just imagine that. But the same Wike will go to France or go to England for healthcare. But for Nigerians to have the same hospitals, they would not allow it. How many hospitals did Wike build in Rivers State as governor? How many did Bola Tinubu build in Lagos State as governor? And since he's been the godfather of Lagos State, how many world-class hospitals have they built? The value of the lives of Nigerians in the hands of our politicians is abysmal. It's appalling. That's why Nigerians are rejoicing that Buhari died. Again, like I said, I stayed away from the topic, because I didn't want to talk about it. But you can see, technically speaking, majority of Nigerians are happy because they consider him to be a big wicked person. He might not have been in person, but the policies that he pursued, whether his love for the press or for the media, didn't matter. Nigerians wanted good governance, hospitals, pipe and water, basic stuff. But our government would not do it because of their corruption. So put your comments in the comment section. Let us know what you think about what Femi Adesina said. If you agree with what is his perspective. If not, say otherwise. But don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you also recommend this channel to others. But remember to subscribe because we need to grow and we need to reach more Nigerians as well. Don't forget, we'll count on you. God bless you. Bye bye for now.